I'm naturally fuzzy-brained. My mind is always a little slow, a little foggy. 2 years ago, I picked up a drunk handsome guy and took him home. He woke up, stared at me and said, "Let's get married." I couldn't be bothered to think. I nodded. 3 years of wealthy wife life followed. Unlimited credit cards. A mansion. Then I found out I was pregnant. Before I could tell him, he slid a divorce agreement across the table. "I'm bankrupt," Azuya Nyan said. "Take this money and go." That's when bullet comments appeared before my eyes. Yo! The male lad's first love is back. He's faking bankruptcy to ditch the side character and chase his first love. She was just a sin minus in. I'm a sin minus in. I nodded slowly. Oh, let's divorce then. The light in his eyes went out instantly. Zhu Yunnayan pushed the agreement toward me. His eyes were red. His fingers tapped the table nervously. I didn't read it. I just picked up the pen. He grabbed my hand. "Wait, read it first," he explained. "Villa to me, savings to me, his debts, nothing to do with me. He'd even bought me a trust fund." Wow, this divorce agreement totally favors her. What a good man, but I think he really is bankrupt. "Just sign here?" I asked. He stopped me again. "One more thing. Divorce doesn't mean we stop being in each other's lives. If you ever need help, ask." I looked at him. "You're drowning in debt. What can you help with?" He had no answer. I thought about 3 years of him texting me good night, remembering my favorite desserts, leaving the entry light on for me. My heart softened. "If you really end up starving, come find me. I'll support you." Suyan Neon's head shot up. His eyes went redder. "Okay," he whispered. He said he'd found construction work. Good pay. Meals and housing provided. He had to leave immediately. He stood in the doorway with one suitcase, looked back at me, then left without a word. Manual labor? Seriously? Wait, he really is bankrupt? I went to the bedroom. His shirts hung neatly. His magazines were on the nightstand. His toothbrush stood next to mine. Suddenly, nausea hit. I ran to the bathroom. When I recovered, I remembered I forgot to tell him I was pregnant. The comments went wild. "First love is here at the villa." I went to the window. A woman in a white dress stood at the gate. I opened the door. Song Kingyun looked me up and down. "You're Suya Nian's wife." "No, ex-wife." I yawned. "Who are you?" She introduced herself, implied she grew up with him, that he was drunk 3 years ago because she went abroad, that now she was back. Of course he was divorcing me. She took out a high school photo of them together. "He never loved you." "You were just a replacement." I looked at the photo. He was chub a year back then. Cuter. She froze. "Thanks for showing me. Can I keep this? Is that the point?" The first love is speechless. "He's moving into my house," she said coldly. "That's why he left you the villa." I tilted my head. "Oh good. He won't have to sleep at the worksite. Manual labor is exhausting." She left, saying, "People like you deserve to be dumb." I closed the door and sat down. Not that I wasn't sad. My sadness just came slower. I touched my stomach. "Baby, your dad seems to be going to be someone else's dad." I picked up my phone to text him about the pregnancy. Minutes scrolled by. "He's really doing manual labor. His hands are blistered. The first love got his address and is driving there now." I stared at the comments, forgot what I was doing. My phone buzzed. "Suya Nayam. Eat dinner. Don't drink. Don't stare at your phone in the dark. Don't stay up late." I looked at the message for a long time. Suddenly, I didn't want to abort this baby anymore. For a week later, he transferred me half a month's wages. Odd numbers, small amount. He left himself just enough for bread and water. His hands are blistered and he's still thinking about her. I touched my belly. "Baby, your dad is starving." I made soup for the first time in my life. Almost cut my finger. Forgot the salt. 2 hours later, I had something edible. I took a taxi to the work site based on fragmentary comments. Dusty. Me in my soft Loungwayan slippers, holding a thermos, completely out of place. Hayway car pulled up. Song King Yin got out with an elegant lunchbox. She laughed softly. His stomach is sensitive. He can't eat greasy food. It's chicken soup. He skimmed the fat. He needs someone who can help him rebuild, not a clinging vine who can only make soup. I thought for 3 seconds. He's doing manual labor. He needs strength, not rebuilding. Her logic is so strange yet impossible to refute. Zhu Yunnayan walked out of the worksite, dust minus covered. Bandaged hands. Song Qingyan rushed to him. He walked straight to me. Why are you here? It's dusty. I held up the thermos. Soup. And medicine. His eyes softened. He took them. He turned to Song Qingyan. Don't come again. Then to me, I'll take you back. In the taxi, Song Qingyan said you're moving in together. He whipped his head toward me. She's lying. I live in a worker's dormitory. At the villa, he said. Use the money. Tell me if you need more. I nodded. Tomorrow is my prenatal checkup. Before bed, I text leave him. You're not good enough. I replied slowly. Are you Song Qingyan? Wrong number. I'm his ex-wife. Then I blocked the number and slept. 5 the next morning, I went to the hospital alone. Pregnancy sickness. Pale face. Anemia diagnosis. I came out holding my test results dizzy. I looked up and saw a crowd at the emergency room. Zhu Yunnayan sat there, left hand bandaged. Song Qingyan stood beside him, trying to clean a scrape on his face. He turned away. She reached for his shoulder. Love triangle scene. He got hurt saving a coworker. You're pregnant? His voice came from behind me. He had shaken off Song Qingyan and walked to me. He saw the obstetrics folder. My pale face. His eyes reddened. Did you abort our baby? I blinked, tried to remember if I'd forgotten to tell him. Before I could answer, Song Qingyan said, she just had a procedure. Don't push her. Procedure? What procedure? She's lying through her teeth. Character. Sayomething. I opened my mouth. The room spun. I grabbed the wall. Zhu Yunnayan reached for me, then jerked back. He thought I was weak from a procedure. The dizziness passed. I bent to pick up the folder. The movement made me dry minus heave. Morning sickness? His voice trembled. Or post minus procedure? I straightened up to answer. He coughed. Blood seeped through his fingers. Then he pitched forward. I caught him. He pulled me down. My knees hit the floor. Zhu Yunnayan. Don't pass out. His eyes fluttered. Held into his ear and shouted the baby is fine. I came for a prenatal checkup. His lashes trembled. He tried to speak. Then his eyes closed. Did he hear her? Here come the doctors. 6 in the ambulance. I sat beside him. His unconscious face. I felt like crying. Not sad. Frustrated. I tried to tell him so many times. I touched my belly. Baby, your dad is impatient. I tapped the ultrasound into his hand. He woke at dusk. I was sipping brown sugar water. The iron supplements were disgusting. President Zhu is awake. He stared at the crumpled ultrasound. 8 weeks. Single live fetus. Visible heartbeat. I didn't abort the baby, I said. Do you hear me now? He reached out and touched my belly. His fingers shook. 8 weeks? Yes. So when we divorced, I hadn't had time to tell you. He closed his eyes. Tears slid down his cheeks. I'd never seen him cry before. He's crying from joy. He didn't cry when he thought he lost the baby. He cries when he finds out it's still there. I wiped his tears. Don't cry. He grabbed my hand, held it tight. I thought you got rid of it. Our baby? Why would I get rid of it? The baby didn't do anything to me. He stared at me, then pulled me into his arms, held me tight. Her logic is always so strange, but somehow warm. 7 after he was discharged. He didn't go back to the worksite. He said he'd found a new job, but he still left early, came back late. Sometimes smelled like alcohol. He's definitely more than just a bankrupt CEO. My morning sickness got worse. Every time I threw up, he was there with water, patting my back. Every night, he massaged my swollen feet. Sometimes he'd stop and stare at my belly dazed. What's wrong? Nothing. It just doesn't feel real. A week later, he came home with a thick folder. I have something to tell you. Finally, the reveal. I'm from the Zhu family at the capital. The century-minus-old dynasty. I'm the lost grandson. They bankrupted me to force me back. Oh, he's the last heir. I asked for a divorce to protect you. I wanted you somewhere safe, disconnected from me. Once I handled things, I'd come back. So a divorce was to protect her. What about Song King Yin? She has nothing to do with this. 3 years ago at the bar. Not because of her. Because of you. I let you find me on purpose. I stared at him. I knew you before that. One day you helped an old man who'd fallen. You wiped mud off his hands. You weren't disgusted. I thought, this is the girl I want to marry. Love at first sight. He planned all of this. So you never treated me like a stand minus in? Never. I've always loved you. He said he'd go back to the Zhu family. On two conditions: autonomy and my safety. The patriarch agreed but wanted me in the old mansion. I frowned. Won't that be boring? He smiled. I'm having a garden built for you. Okay then. Moving day. Dozens of cars. The old mansion was enormous. The patriarch looked me over. This is her. Xu Yunnayan stepped in front of me. I tugged his sleeve. Is there food? I'm hungry. The whole hall went quiet. Announcing you're hungry at a family recognition ceremony? But pregnant women do get hungry. He smiled, yes. He took my hand and led me through the staring eyes. The courtyard had flowers, a greenhouse, my favorite bedding, my skincare brands, even my slippers. When did you prepare this? Right after the divorce. You plan to bring me back even then? He knelt to help me with my slippers. I never planned to let you go. In the first month, Zhu Yunnayan took control of the Zhu group. The family members who looked down on him were brought to heel. But he never talked about work at home. He came back for dinner, massaged my feet, watched TV with me. If I fell asleep on the sofa, I'd wake up in bed with him beside me, paperwork by dim light. Outside, unstoppable President Zhu. At home, a wife slave. I love this. Song King Yin came one afternoon. I was in the garden eating strawberries flown in from France. She stood over me. You must be very pleased, living here pregnant. Mrs. Zhu, I eat another strawberry. He doesn't love you. She said, he's just grateful because you saved him. He told me everything I said. The bar. The old man on the street. He loved me before we even met. Her face went pale. Also, I added, he said to tell you he never loved you. Not even a little. Damn. Side character finally strikes back. She's not so fuzzy minus brained after all. Song King Yin left in tears. Zhu Yunnayan came home early that day. He knelt in front of me. I heard what you said to her. Good. I love you, he said. Only you are always. He took out a ring bigger than the last one. Marry me again, properly this time. I looked at the ring, his red eyes, his hopeful, terrified face. Are you going to divorce me again? Never. Okay then. He slid the ring on my finger. Then he cried. He's crying again. His man, I swear. 8 months later, I was in labor. Zhu Yunnayan was with me. My contractions were so painful I wanted to rip his head off. He let me crush his hand without a word. He just kept saying, breathe. Follow me. The first cry, a boy. Then another cry, a girl. Twins. Twins! President Zhu won the lottery. He held both babies. His hands shook. Tears ran down his face. I looked at him. Weakly, don't cry. The babies will think you're the one who gave birth. He laughed. He kissed my forehead. Thank you for keeping them, for staying. After I recovered, Zhu Yunai and became the official head of Zhu Group. In months, he doubled the company's value. But every day, he still came home to me and the babies. One afternoon, the twins were in their crib babbling. I leaned against it, watching them. I thought about the drunken night, the fuzzy decision, the strange marriage. I said to the babies, I think we kind of accidentally kept your dad forever. They just waved their little hands and smiled.